Well, hello my friends, this is Kevin, the Homemaker husband. Once again, I'd like to say thank you for choosing to spend a few of your precious moments with me. First off, I'd like to say thank you to all of the people that extended me birthday wishes. It's one of those things that I wonder if I should even mention. And in the last video, before I actually did mention it, I asked Michelle and she said, well, there's nothing wrong with it. Most of you could imagine probably why I would be wondering whether I should mention it or not. It's not like I was fishing for birthday wishes, but I knew they would come, and I'm very grateful. I really and truly am. So thank you. Today, what we've got here is just a little bit of a grocery haul, maybe grocery haul shopping trip. What made this particular one special was that this morning, Michelle was able to go with me. Now, I understand that there's quite a few of you that are new or newer. And I want to say welcome. Thank you for choosing to subscribe and watch videos of our mundane life. But maybe I should explain a little bit. The reason why the channel is called The Homemaker Husband is because that's me. I'm the homemaker husband. Michelle has a health condition, and I'm going to say this right up front. She's very private about her health condition. She does not talk about it. She may even edit this part of the video out, but because of her health condition, I have to do the stuff in the home. Michelle is very good. She helps me organize. I'm terrible in those regards, right? Like I have ADHD, and I find it hard to stay focused on a single task. I try to multitask, and then I just get lost. She can keep me organized. She does the grocery shopping online. Sometimes we make a list and I go pick things out, or pick things up, I should say. But usually when it comes to the food and stuff like that, she orders it all online. And then it's just a simple matter of me driving to the store and picking it up. I started to say, see, there's the ADHD. She's very private about her health issues, and I don't blame her a bit. Many of you, if you've had any kind of health issues, will know from your experience, the minute people find out you have something going on, they try to fix you. And I believe that most people do it from a sincere, genuine desire to help. But Michelle's condition is such that she doesn't get helped. I totally hope you'll forgive me when I say that. I don't mean to offend anybody, but you're not going to figure out what she has, and you're not going to offer much by way of help. I hope that wasn't too rude. But anyway, this morning, she decided a few days ago, but this morning was the day we got up. We just went to Walmart, which is just around the corner here, but we got there at just a few minutes after 7 when there wasn't many people there, and did our shopping. It's the first time she's been out since the last time we went to the doctor, which maybe wasn't that long ago, but she doesn't get out very often. She's now suffering in a lot of pain because of it, and she's going to have a little sleep maybe. But yeah, so that was this morning. It's time now. I'll show you the few things that we picked up, and we'll just go from there. I don't know what all is going to be in this video, but stay tuned and you'll see. Okay, I'm going to start on the right over there, and I'm going to work to the left that way. So, we're going to start right here. We picked up another box of these Breton crackers. Michelle really likes them. I put 3 of them in a baggie for her and cut a few little pieces of cheese, the lactose-free cheese, and she'll eat that. She thinks it's a great snack. She's eating almost no dairy, so she can tolerate a little bit of lactose-free cheese, and it works for her. So had to have another box of these sandwich bags. We buy the 300 count. They do last us quite a while, but we were getting to where we needed more. Got 2 bags of these barbecue flavored Great Value chips. Those of you who watch the channel know they're my favorites. And I think there's still a bag in there on the shelf, but we grabbed a couple this time as well. They'll sit on the shelf for as long as they get to, I guess. Now, these next 2 items, 3 items really, I'll show you, were one of the reasons why Michelle wanted to go. We needed some new silverware, and the handles have to be just right. Now, obviously, they're still in the box here, so I can't really show you, but she can't have absolutely flatware because they'll hurt her hands. So these ones should have enough of a contour, and maybe after this part of the video, I gotta wash them all. I'll take them out and I'll show you what the handles are like. They have to be a little rounder. They can't be flat. They can't have sharp edges. So she thought she might be able to use these ones very well. And yes, I will show you them when they come out of the box there. So that was one of the things that we went to get. The other thing we had to have was a couple of ink cartridges for our printer. Home printers are just the bane of everyone's existence. And of course, we wanted to use ours. The last few times it's running out of ink. Or the ink's drying up. You don't know, because it seems like every time you want to use a printer, you almost got to go buy one to get it to work. Another bottle of this Palmolive, Essentially Clean, it's called. I do a lot of hand washing dishes. I run the dishwasher pretty well every day, but I will still wash a lot of dishes. And this is what we're using. Can't get the sunlight that we use for years and years, I guess. Paper towel. Got just a 2-pack. 4 double rolls, but the Select a Size Bounty paper towels. I'll talk more about this in just a moment. We got a package of hamburger buns here. We're actually going to have hamburgers, homemade hamburgers, for lunch today. So yeah, we got a package of the buns. Michelle wanted a can of Alphagetti. I believe there actually is a couple of cans in on the store shelf, but she wanted a can, so we bought a can. This is the mustard I use. I love it on my bologna sandwiches. The mustard is more the star than the bologna, really. Another bottle of the sugar-free ketchup that I use. And yes, this mustard has a little sugar in it, but not a huge amount. Loaf of bread. We generally use about a loaf of bread a week. You can buy 2, obviously a few cents cheaper, and it is just a few cents cheaper, but then we'll have a loaf of bread that gets a chance to get stale before we need it. And she wanted these. We're always looking. Package of May West and a package of these cupcakes. We're always struggling for snacks for Michelle. That is a big thing, right? And to have some of these on hand do come in handy. Now, this is the pop that Michelle's been drinking. She likes it quite well. As you can see, I already had to open it. I put 3 cans in the fridge to get cold for her. And she saw these cranberry flavored ginger ale. It's getting close to Thanksgiving, right? So everything's cranberry. And more of the pop that I drink, this stuff here. So that was 90%. There are a few things always that you don't see, right? And I'm sure you all understand that, but that was the trip out this morning and getting Michelle out so she could pick her own silverware was the main reason. And she just wanted to get out, right? So anyway, you know what I'm gonna do? Before I even get that silverware washed, I'm going to take them out of the package and I'll show you each piece if you're interested. Stay tuned for that. And oh yeah, of course, I forgot. I had put this stuff in the fridge and the freezer because we had to eat and stuff. We went shopping to Walmart so early that I had to eat when I get back and other stuff. So anyway, I put this stuff away so it wouldn't spoil while I was doing that. The bag of these McCain sweet potato super fries that we like so much. We got 1 bag of them. We got 1 package of this great value bacon. This is the stuff we eat all the time. It's very good. We like it anyway. And 2 pounds of regular ground beef. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw them back in the fridge and freezer, and I'll show you that silverware. So okay, my friends, I've opened up the silverware. I haven't washed it yet, but I've opened it up. I just wanted to look at it myself, and I want to show you what we were looking for. Now, I've got 5 pieces in my hand here, and there's the 2 different forks. The dessert fork, obviously, and your regular fork. Most of you probably don't give too many thoughts on your silverware. Some of you might go to great lengths to get just the right silverware. Obviously, for us, it's quite important, and I have my preferences as well, right? And truth be told, I really like that fork. It's on the large side, compared to the dessert fork, but still very workable. You would probably call that a hammered handle, although it would be done by a machine, we know. But you can see that it's contoured a bit and will be easy to grip. Now, without causing anyone to jump to any conclusions, as we age and get older, if you're like me, I'm starting to get quite a lot of arthritis in my hands, and simply put, my hands hurt a lot of days, my knuckles, my joints. Not to the point where holding a utensil becomes a concern for me, but it will one day maybe, and so you'll start to think about this too. I'm rambling way too much. But anyway, we have to look for the right shape for Michelle. Also, the tip. You see, we bought these ones a long time ago, and you can see they have a lot pointier tip. When it comes to like spreading anything, jam, butter, whatever, they're just a pain in the bum. These ones are not that bad. They're much better actually. So a little bit of a serrated edge there for cutting. That will be a nice knife. And then there's the 2 spoons, right? Dessert spoon, soup spoon. But Michelle should be able to work with them quite well, so I will wash them. I'll probably wash them by hand here the first time just because. And we'll just go from there. So that's that. Hopefully my utensil tutorial didn't bore you too bad, but as with everything, we have to be very mindful of what we get if it's going to be for Michelle's use. So anyway, as I said, she doesn't share about her health condition, and I hope you all will respect that. Thank you. Stay tuned, there'll be a bit more. Wait for the camera to stop wiggling there. It's another day, it's Sunday now. We put in a tiny little order, 4 items, from M&M Meat Shop. You guys know, if you've spent any time with us, you know that Michelle and I do buy some foods and stuff from them. We like them, it's good quality. It's not necessarily that cheap, but we have to weigh the cost against our time, right? Which I can explain a little more later. But yeah, we try to buy products that are on sale when they're on sale, put them in the freezer, use them when we need. I'm gonna show you them. I stopped at Walmart and picked up an item for Michelle. I'll explain that as we go too. Michelle is changing up, or needs to change up her schedule a little bit, because quite frankly, she says she's wearing herself out trying to keep up with my schedule. Now that may sound wonky, but it's not. I will explain. I'm just going to hold the products up and show you what we got from M&M, and then I'm going to talk your ear off for a minute. So stay with me, bear with me. I bought these Pillsberry Grands. I'm going to literally when I open the can, I'm going to make them one at a time so Michelle can have a nice, soft, fresh cinnamon bun each morning when she gets up, because she's going to try, as I said, to stay in bed after I'm gone. I try to be to work at 7 or quarter after if I can get there. It just makes it easier all the way around. Plus, if I can get to work at 7, 4 or 5 days a week, that's 4 or 5 extra hours that I can get, right? I picked up 2 of these. 2 of them. They're on a good sale, 25% off, I guess, basically, is what it amounts to. These are so good, it isn't even funny, right? As you know, or maybe you don't know, but we're getting close to deer season, and I'm hoping that the good Lord will give us another deer this year, and I'm hoping that it will be as good as last year's was. But we do enjoy those steaks. Also, this pork schnitzel. We've only had it once before, but my goodness, it is really good. Wasn't much of a sale on this time, a little bit of a discount, but we got it anyway because it's good and easy. And also our favorite wings, a box of these. These were on a real good special, so we got awfully close to the end of this video. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you what Michelle and I made with the Pillsberry crescent rolls. 2 packages, two tubes of the small ones. And obviously I can't tip this up too much, but maybe I'll show it. These are our beef and bean mixture that Michelle and I make all the time. It's her recipe. And the crescent roll dough by Pillsberry. I'm having an awful hard time saying that, aren't I? We made those. The only thing we added that we don't usually do with the beef and bean recipe is we use some grated cheese. It's obviously on the inside, you can't see it. They ought to be very good. So one of them would be a meal for Michelle, and truthfully, one of them is all I need as well. But anyway, there's that. I also want to mention, you probably hear the air fryer is running there. I'm baking some potatoes in that. And in the Instant Pot over there, I have some deer steak. We do it in the Instant Pot, right from frozen, and it's very good. It's just literally, don't need a knife, it just falls apart. Delicious. I want to close by saying this. Michelle and I, as Christians, and those of you that follow us, know that we are Bible-believing Christians. We are noticing, and there's no way around it. Michelle says, leave yourself out of it. But you're going to know I'm talking from personal experience here. I'm basically going to leave it just at that. I am talking from our personal experience and what we're witnessing from others. Christians today need to be helping other Christians. And I'm not talking about doing their housework or giving them financial aid or whatever. You may well do that. You may well encounter your fellow Christians. And you know what? In a lot of cases, these people that you're helping won't even be Christians. But we are called to be a very loving and helpful people. Michelle and I's situation, we are unable to go to a brick and mortar church. I'm going to say that. I mean, I could go, but that would be just more time when Michelle was left here alone, right? And trust me, she's left here alone too much as it is. So there's that. And dare I say that the church that's closest to us here, I'm just going to leave it at that I have attended some, their doctrine distresses me pretty badly in some areas. Can I say that without arousing too much angst amongst you? So we do church online, and, well, online, a couple of different churches. So, there's that. But, my dear friends, my brothers and sisters in Christ, this is for you. Obviously, I can't see you, so I'm not pointing any fingers. But you know, in 2 Timothy, where Paul writes, God writes, that in the last days, churches will lose their love. And we're there. We're there. Now, I'm not going to get into the doctrine of last times, certainly not on this channel. But we are in end times. And the love of the church has grown very cold. The love of families has grown very cold. If you aren't seeing that, you're very blessed, very fortunate, I will say. But my friends, we need to be discerning. We need to pray for wisdom and discernment. We need to pray that the Holy Spirit would show us those in need. And as I said, right, the Bible tells us not to cast our pearls before the swine, right? I won't go into the rest of that verse, but we have to have discernment. So pray for discernment. Pray for wisdom. Study the Word. And be mindful of the Spirit. Everything I say, I could always go into a long diatribe, but at any rate, my dear friends, there are people out there that need help, people out there that need just a friend maybe. And to say, well, I'm going to pray for you. That's great. I hope you do pray for people. But in many cases, the vast majority of cases, God uses people to answer prayers. So, to just say that you're praying for people, that's great as long as you do pray for them. But be willing to lend a hand as well. You know, I know there's times when Michelle and I could certainly use someone just to even talk to. Michelle and I obviously talk, but surely you know what I mean. So, once again, I say all that. It's been weighing on my mind very heavily lately. So I say all that because of that. Once again, if you've listened this far, know that I appreciate you. Know that I pray for you. And I'll just say my usual closing. This is Kevin, the Homemaker Husband, saying God bless. Bye for now.